Hey guys, it's Charlene. Today I'm making a card with the Fill a Stuff jam-packed stamp set, as well as the Celebrate Word and Shadow dies. So let's get started. I am starting out here with some alcohol marker friendly ink, and I'm stamping onto some white cardstock. We're going to be doing some masking today and some ink blending to make a really beautiful, clean, and simple card. So I'm going to get that stamped out. I'm not too worried about it being a perfect impression because I'm going to leave that stamp in there to restamp once I'm done with my coloring here. I did all of that coloring off camera, and now I have a piece of masking paper in my MISTI, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. Again, not too worried here because I am going to cut this piece out. I'm coming in with my scissors. I'm just going to fussy cut all the way around the image. And this image has a lot of tiny little details like the confetti and different things like that. I'm not worrying about those. I'm just trying to cut out all of the main pieces. And there's going to be a few little spots you'll see that I don't get cut out. And I'm going to show you how I go about making them so they are not noticeable. Once I have that cut out, I can go ahead and mask off my colored image. You can see I've cut the balloons out separately, so I'm going to get those on there. And then I have cut 2 strips of masking paper. I'm going to change my mind here in just a second and move that one farther over to the right. But what I want to do is create a center strip along the middle of my card where I'm going to do my ink blending. But I want the sides of my stamp to stick out from that ink blending. It makes it look like the stamp is kind of exploding from the colored area, and this is a really nice way to make a ink blended card where you're doing masking. It just gives it a lot more interest. So I did cut out the stars and covered up the ones that I needed to, and now I'm coming in with 3 different colors. I'm using pink, yellow, and blue, and I'm going to overlap these to create a standard rainbow minus the purple. So I've got the pink there. I'm just making sure I get a nice good coating coming down about a third of the way. And then I'm going to come in with the yellow. Same thing, going to get a nice solid coating on there. And I'm going to do it about a third of the way. And then I'm going to come in with the blue on the bottom right hand corner. Then I can go back in and overlap to create those extra colors. This is how I like to do it. I like to get all of my colors down and then go back and do the overlap in order to create the blend. I find lately anyway that it's been working better for me and it's quicker because I'm not spending so much time blending because I'm just doing the blending at the end here. So you can see I've got that blue blending it up into the yellow, and that's creating my green. And then I can take my yellow and blend it up into my pink, and that's going to create the orange. You do want to wait to let your mask dry a little bit because it does have a stamped image on it. I was impatient, so I did get a little bit of my black ink that was on top of the mask smeared into my ink blending, but it's not too noticeable. So this is always my favorite part. When you take off the masking, you can kind of see the magic of that image underneath that is still all beautiful and colored. And you just be careful when you're taking off the mask, and you can just easily peel it up. I'm using some masking paper and it works wonderfully, no problems. But you can see now how that stamp looks like it is sort of exploding from that ink blended area in the middle. It looks really pretty. There are a couple spots, like I said, where I didn't take my time and I didn't feel like spending a million years, fussy cutting out the image. So some of the areas I did just go ahead and mask over, and all I'm doing is I'm coming in here with a little tiny detail brush and I'm just barely filling in those spots just so they're not noticeable. And now I can stick the whole thing back in my MISTI. I haven't moved my stamp, and I'm just going to come in with one more coat of black ink. That is going to make all of those solid lines just pop and really add an extra bit of wow. So I did off camera cut out 3 of the Celebrate Word in black cardstock, and I'm just layering these up with some liquid adhesive. And I like to do them all at the same time. I used to do one at a time. I find as long as you don't go too slow, you can kind of layer them all up at once. Now I am going to go ahead and adhere that to a shadow layer that I've cut from vellum. And this is a fun thing to do if you have an image where you're going to put a word over it and you don't want to cover up more of the image than you need to, but you don't want your word to get lost because of the image. If you add a vellum shadow layer like I'm doing there, you'll see you're still going to be able to see the image through it, but it's not going to distract from the word die. So now I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid adhesive. You can see I have that piece of black cardstock that I used to cut out the celebrate word, and I'm just using that as my matting layer with a real thin black border. And then I can adhere this to my card base, which is an A2 sized card, so it's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And once I get that down, then I can decide where I want to put my celebrate word. Sometimes I like to do this so that I can ensure everything is lined up, especially if I'm doing more of a clean and simple style card like this and the word and the image are really the focal point. I like to try and put everything together before I add my sentiment on there. So you can see I'm just going to put that along the bottom there and see what I'm talking about with the vellum. I think it really helps to make the word stand out, but it doesn't distract or detract from the image. So here's my finished card, guys. I hope you like it. It was really a lot of fun to put together. This is going to be my last video that I'm doing for Whimsy Stamps. I've had so much fun making these videos over the last 6 months. I hope I will see you over on the Whimsy Stamps Facebook inspiration group. You also can follow Whimsy Stamps on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. Thanks, guys. Happy crafting.